Wicked people. Wicked people. Wicked people. Nonsense. I don't want to allow stress. I don't want to allow stress. Idiots.
Ouais, tu m'as envoyé de idiots.
The Amusu of the children, the Kwikwi of the Seda, and I'm not be born again. For my church, they know me as born again. For Niger Delta, they know me as born again. And here we are the soldiers saying, Mama.
Wana! Oh, Wala!
Back on the ballot. And here I'm back on the ballot.
We are still going, we are still seeing them.
Niger Delta is already. My Oga, my boss, he say what and I hear what he talk, he say what say, he don't prepare, he don't wait, he don't ready.
Hungry people.
Look around. If them come Port Harcourt, my business are to kill them.
And I hear the people say, nah, mama, true, no be me, now I'll be born again. But I want to make on a take on a eye, see say you wrong. No be me, you talk, no one sense to tell you. No one brain to tell you. Make a no see, this Nigeria, all of us, no be bandit. We don't ready for bandit. And bandits say they're not ready for us. So anywhere you dey man or woman ready for bandit. We don't ready for bandit. We don't prepare for bandit. And we don't cook food eat for bandit.
This is their commander.
Today my pocket. And they carry
Already.
and they carry work. And maybe they start debt on the pocket. It don't happen. Be vigilant day and night. Anybody who wear uniform come for me and say one arrest you.
We rescue this one.
If you follow me, concern you. Because fake police, fake soldiers, fake uniform people.
We just rescue the hostage.
Anyhow they want and that's the music with them.
3 of them.
A war is enough. We are the Amama. Now we the Amama. The president of Amama. The chairman of Amama.
Alright, it is reported that the Fulani bandits suffered massive defeat in Port Harcourt, Rivers State to be precise. And this defeat was led by the Niger Delta militant boys. Let me have your reaction on this very new development.
Yes, we can see that they were initially being threatened. And I remember before that time, the ISWAP themselves has come out and threatened that the next target is going to be Enugu and Port Harcourt. And they singled it out. And before we know it, we started hearing that there's a lot of infiltration that is going on. They have entered a lot of places, a lot of states. And before that time, we have been having this form of hit and run, majorly in Delta State, Enugu and some places within the eastern and south area, So, but at this point, we have come out clearly and cleared, open version on the area, on the state that they thought that it is considerable for their favor, and it's one of the states because the way they operate sometimes, it is either they are being paid to take over a particular state, or this struggle to impose themselves on another region might be what triggered them to take over or begin to do how they are going to take over their River State. But what we saw clearly here was a total credited to Niger Delta militants, Niger warlord,
Niger Delta,
but the president is actually playing a
significant
role here. Pledging loyalty
Look around. If them come Port Harcourt, my business are to kill them.
Lead the warlord, Dokubo, So as I Dokubo is at this point in time, I can only take kind of instructions or make a video or for some kind of continuation and all that, But you see, the fact is that these guys we are coming in through River State
we don't ready for bandits, and
State.
bandits say they're not ready for us. So
So
anyway,
maybe
man
they will not be able
ready
to
for
master the
bandits.
terrain
We
very
don't
well.
ready for bandits.
They have
We
the
don't
most
prepare
boats too.
for bandits.
So they are
And we don't
coming
cook
in
food
from
eat
the
for
sea.
bandits.
When they,
Dirty day my
that
pocket.
clash
And they carry
started to happen, and you can see
And they carry
some
water.
of
Now
the
maybe
video
they
will
start dead
see
on the pocket.
Fulani herdsmen
It don't happen.
trying to escape, running inside water.
The vigilant day and night.
Where the gunshot was just
Anybody
coming
who wear
and
uniform
coming
come
and
for
coming
midnight
and
say
coming.
we are arresting
But from a
you. If
reliable
you follow me,
source,
concern you. Because
Akwa
fake police, fake soldiers, fake uniform people fool.
who saw their
Anyhow they want, and that's the
that
reason put
attack
them.
was General,
A word is
Asamoah, who
enough.
happens
We
to
are
be,
their mama.
from
Now
Ikwere,
we,
Port Harcourt,
be their mama.
precisely.
The
But
president of
always
our
say,
mama,
he might have
the chairman
certain
of our mama,
presence in Port Harcourt.
the director general of our mama,
Stay in Port
the
Harcourt.
MD of our mama,
Dokubo is
Alhaji
an enjoyment man, and that is the part. And if you look at the
The king
composure and the
of our mama,
comportment of this
Fulani.
General Sabuja,
We don't
it
register.
looks like
We don't
it's
prepare.
well coordinated, and it's the
Now,
one that
if I
came
will
out and told you
enter
that Rivers State is Igbo land, and you cannot enter Igbo land. He went about saying that imagine if General Oba that was killed by a militant, Boko Haram or Fulani Militia or jihadists or ISWAP, whatever they call them, happened in the eastern part of the country, Igbo precisely. Of course, the entire community within that space would have come to an end. The whole building there would have been demolished. And it's trying to pass a certain signal. Please stay away from Biafra land, and that's the message. That's the clear message that General Asamuda, especially Rivers State, stay away, stay away. And if you look at what they are saying, the structure that is advancing these jihadists, have this fear that if they enter Biafra land, any state in Biafra land, be it south or southeast, they are not going to come out alive. And what we saw that happened that day was a signal to all of them who are already working to see how they are going to infiltrate, the Biafra land, the eastern part of the main eastern bloc. There might be some kind of, guerrilla attack and all that, but for you to stand out and start say you are actually engaging this set of people, in a conventional warfare, bros, I tell you in honest truth, no one will be spared at the end of the day. No matter how sophisticated they are, they cannot. You see, that terrain has always been difficult for anybody to, navigate. Talk less of ragtag jihadists who does not even understand some of the principles of warfare and coordination at the end of the day. So it tells you that Asante Dokubo, have sent a strong message to them out there, telling them clearly that these are no-go, area, and I think to a certain point, none of them actually, escape from that.
With the infiltration of the Fulani bandits now in the south now, that simply means that this whole southeast is not safe as well, because the boundary between south and the southeast is almost the same. So now, do you think that the people of the southeast should not lose their sleep?
No, you see, they fear that the most radicalized tribe in Nigeria are the Igbos. The most, I don't know how. I don't know the.
And they should be at alert.
See, no, it's not a matter of alert. It's not a matter of alert. No, in Igbo land, they only have an Obi also. You understand? You can see an average Igbo man, gentleman in Canada, but it's very dangerous when it comes to action, especially when he makes up in his mind, to go after anything. We are more as Igbos are more as dangerous 100 times than the Fulani Militia when they decide to do anything. And I'm telling you, and nobody will stop them. When they start, they are not going back. And that's the fear. And another thing that seems to be overwhelming, an Igbo man is his exploits all over Nigeria. His investments all over Nigeria. Igbos is the most, is the sixth richest tribe in Africa, the fourth most traveled tribe in the world. So imagine the kind of investment they have at the end of the day. But when it comes to facing reality,
Mr. Chinedu Michael, do you think the Asawana boys, the Asai Dukumbo security forces, have what it takes to defeat these Fulani bandits in the south, and also the people in the southeast? Do you think the people in the southeast have what it takes to defeat Fulani bandits in the southeast as well?
Let me tell you, Mr. Casey. Yes, with federal government support for the whatever they believe in South-South, empowering militia, encouraging militancy, and all that, and support. The Southeast does not get that kind of support. So if Southeast are going to get to that kind of support, will be more sophisticated and advanced in terms of operations more than any group at all in Nigeria. But I can tell you that the Eastern Bloc itself today is as a result of ESN.
All right. I want to now with the massive defeat that the bandits encountered by the Asanwana boys, don't you think there is no point of the Natron coming again? Maybe the federal government should employ the service of aside Dokubo boys to go over to the north and defeat bandits, since they have the capacity to defeat them in Port Harcourt, River State.
They are just testing the waters. This not, you cannot use what happened as a measurement to determine. You understand? To determine whether they are going to come back, or they are going to reinforce, or that they can always come and be defeated, because they have tested the waters now. Maybe another, they can decide to change formation and come from another angle, unexpected, So, but the fact is that they are already there within the space until when they intend to carry out their action. But let me tell you, at this point in time, there's no amount of conventional warfare. See, this is not a matter of shoot me, I shoot you now. America does not fight shoot me, I shoot you war.
Well, maybe we should give some credit to the Asanwana boys, because Fulani bandits tried to penetrate the heart of Delta State, and the Asanwana boys defeated them. Now they tried to get access into Port Harcourt, River State, and the Asanwana boys as well also give them massive defeat. Don't you think that Fulani, but they've tried, succeeded in Enugu State, they succeeded in Anambra State, and they succeeded part in Abia State, but they couldn't be able to they couldn't be able to record any success in any South state. Don't you think the Asanwana boys are really trying to secure their territory?
They have never recorded any success so far, apart from guerrilla attacks. We have seen a lot of guerrilla attacks in Delta State, and the only state that has not been linked is because of the geographical location of that state. And that is why it is being reported that they actually came through the sea. You understand? So, because of the location of where Port Harcourt, River State is, and they might be finding it very difficult to navigate, those troublesome waters, those terrain and all that. But we have recorded so many times, in Delta State, where they carried out in Edo State. Look at Edo State too, you understand? But they cannot be as significant what we see in the core north and the middle belt. Do you know why? The presence of Eastern Security Network. Yes, the government themselves try to kill it. The Eastern politicians, the Eastern governors try to make sure that it does not survive. So, but look at the Niger Delta militants coming out body to tell you that, what they are doing, if they do it in the eastern part of the country, the entire military structure will descend on the eastern part of the country. I've made sure that every building within that area, but they cannot do it in Niger Delta. And they're asking why. What has an Igbo man done?
All right, Paul reaching us now, Mr. Chinedu also said that they suffer another massive defeat in Bayelsa State. So the Fulani bandit, maybe they're really prepared to penetrate the hearts of the South, but the Asanwana boys is also prepared and get ready for them. Now another news just coming in now that they suffer another massive defeat in Bayelsa State. Let me have your review on that.
Let me tell you, you see, about 2 years ago they made that threat. By the time they are done with Middle Belt, they are hitting Enugu State. By the time they are done with Enugu State, they are coming to River State. And they said that at every point in time, they collect a specific amount of money to be able to infiltrate and conquer one particular state. So, and you know how strategic Delta and River State is to the Fulani Caliphate, because that is where their eye is, that crude oil. So anything that will make them destabilize River State and Bayelsa State, they have succeeded in having absolute control of the indigenous people and the resources of that place. So that is why they are pushing towards Bayelsa and other. But you can see also that the presence of these militants, especially Niger Delta Avengers, in that terrain, is a clear signal that anything that enters there unauthorized can never survive, and that is why they suffered the second defeat. You know, it was one, very big one. It was alarming in Bayelsa State, where Niger Delta Avengers actually took control and mentioned not even one pin, not even one pin. There, all of them were totally disallowed, and they are telling you that before you don't understand what is going on, there's going to be a coalition, you know, a security coalition, a militant coalition between the South and the ESN, and that squad, when they advance to the middle belt, that the Fulanis will not have anywhere to, you know, stand in Nigeria to project or to infiltrate and start killing innocent souls in Nigeria anymore.
All right, Mr. Chinedu Michael, I think it's a wonderful place to live in. Thank you for speaking with